Yes, Wiebe, my passion for Aircars started in 2007 when I was listening in the bathroom to the radio and I heard a report about cars that ran on compressed air. I was fascinated by that and I went looking for more information on the internet, and it was disappointing. I couldn't find much. So I decided to start my own website in 3 languages, French, English and Dutch, about cars that run on compressed air. They are ecological. Out of the tailpipe comes only cold air. They are very cheap, cheaper than a normal car, let alone an electric car. They are very simple technique, basic technology. Yes, they are very lightweight and you have very few components in such a car. What is interesting also is that you can fill up in a few minutes, which is different with an electric car. Or you can do it at home at the electrical socket also. You have free air conditioning because the engine cools. It's the opposite of what an internal combustion engine does, which produces heat. Here it cools. So we have free air conditioning, and it is very lightweight and yet safe. We don't need oil anymore, which could possibly avoid wars about oil or lithium. We have clean air in our cities, and we can use these cars just like electric cars as a buffer for the green electricity grid. You step in through the windshield. There are no doors, and you steer with a joystick. There's no steer wheel, and it is cheaper than a car. It costs 7,000 euros, and the other models that are planned and that are only prototypes for the moment are always very cheap. The range is 120 to 150 kilometers maximum on air alone.
Yeah.
But you have a range extender that is a small burner of the size of a cigarette pack, and when you use that burner to heat up the air that comes out of the tank and going into the motor, then you can multiply by 3. So you can go 450 kilometers far, but then you need to use 1/2 liter of gasoline per 100 kilometers. But you don't need to do that. In the city you only use the air and it is zero pollution. Here you see a photograph of AirPods that are being recharged by a mobile system. So you can have a system that your AirPod calls itself automatically by GPS system, calls a central system, and they know then that it is nearly empty and they come and replenish it. That's it really. So I'm waiting to be able to buy one. They are not in production yet, and some people have a good laugh and say it has already been many years that it is promised and it never comes. But I still hope that someday I will be able to drive in my AirPod. And after that will come the other models that I have shown here on the photographs. But my plan is with my girlfriend to go to Nice on the French Riviera and come back and do our own Tour de France like you're doing, going from one person to the other, replenishing our air car, and staying at the house of people who are readers of my website, Aircars.tk.